This is Clarence. He's not in great shape. His battery pack is quite corroded. The seller who shipped him to me sent him with batteries inside, and they seemed quite old as well. Definitely never a good idea to leave the batteries in and take them out when you're done playing with them. Here I used a number 2 Phillips screwdriver bit. The bottom panel for the batteries didn't look too bad, but the inside is quite rough. I started with a small file to see if I could get any of the corrosion off, but it was several layers in. The best way of going about it will be getting a smaller spring that I took from a ballpoint pen and wrapping it inside. Just getting a little bit of the extra corrosion off of the spring with that same file. To get underneath the spring, I'll use a flat, wider file as well, and then I'll go ahead and go over it with some rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip just to clean things up. Now that I have some new batteries to the side, I'm going to go ahead and take his feet off with a number 2 triangle screwdriver bit, just to get him prepped for skinning because his fur is quite a mess and it's going to need to be washed. Moving on to using a number 2 Phillips screwdriver head to get the foot panel off. The process of skinning a Furby is pretty simple. For those of you who have seen my other videos, you essentially use a seam ripper or a small pocket knife to open up the fur in the back, take off all of the clips on the back, side, and front of the Furby. Just to double check to see if I got enough corrosion off with the file, I'm putting in some new batteries and testing them out. I didn't hear or see any movement, so I'm taking those batteries back out. And I'm going to proceed with skinning him the rest of the way. Since I plan on taking the back panel off, I figured it would be easier and less risk to lift the fur all the way up over the ears and the ear flap, unscrewing the back, and pushing the clips for the faceplate through the front. And again, I'm using a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver bit. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the fur via these elastic bands on the front for the brow. Open up the front here, just double checking wiring as I go, seeing that the eye isn't necessarily put in properly, and it feels like someone may have spilled soda, or maybe it's just tacky grease. And this is where you can push the pins outward instead of having to pull them out through the face. This is what I meant by the eye not being clipped in properly. I unfortunately ran out of storage while I was filming this, but you push the eyelid back and you pull that black clip underneath to hook onto the eyelid there. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab this screw and weave it into the connection here by rotating it counterclockwise, making sure it's snug to the plate at the base of the terminal. Pulling this is always good measure. It just loosens things up and often has resolved many stuck ear and eye movement issues. I replaced both panels and added new batteries and wanted to test them out.
Tell me a joke.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Betty.
Betty who?
Betty by time. Me sleep now?
Yes.
Okay. Day. Yay! Yes. Me way low.
Everything looked great. I tested his tummy and back sensor. It worked perfectly. In regard to cleaning his fur, I'm going to go ahead and grab my detergent, some dish soap, some warm water, and a small bucket. Just a little bit of detergent, a little bit of dish soap, and some warm water. It should work out really well. The leg fur was in good condition, so I didn't throw that in, but I'm making sure to scrub him a bit, adding a bit more water just to make sure he's fully covered, and then waiting 24 hours. Now that the time has passed, I'm going to go ahead and give him a good rinse. Make sure that you have a dryer that has only air dry if you do decide to put him in a dryer, otherwise it could melt the plastic. I approached reskinning this Furby a little differently. I clipped in the faceplate first, added the elastic back onto the brow, clipped on the ears, folded them over, and then I lifted up the back of the fur to slide the head flap into its little compartment there. Now, of course, all we have left to do is to clip the fur back in, screw the little panels in for the feet, screw the feet back in, and Clarence is ready to go, looking a million times better than he did before. I'm creating a video game about electronic pet repair. Essentially, you go to the market, you find an electronic pet that you like, you can haggle the price, You take it back to your workshop, fix them up, customize them any way you would like, add different accessories, change the fur, so on and so forth. You can adopt them out for extra currency, or you can display them in your shop for additional perks. Everything is customizable. The backgrounds, the workshop itself, from shelving to posters, lighting, and you attract different customers based on your workshop as well. So if that's something you're interested in, please let me know in the comments, and I will keep you updated on that as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked this Furby Rescue video. I will see you in the next one.